Yeah, this is Paul. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just sitting here waiting to get my constitutional rights. Yeah. And I went to bed a little early last night, but I woke up this morning thinking about what it would be like to be 110 years old. I'm 46 years old, and I'm going to be 47 next month. And at 46 years old, you think I would know a lot about being an adult man? Now, there are some men that would say, well, I don't think you know what it means to be a man, but at 46 years old, I really do have a lot of life experience being a man. I have 5 sons that I have emailed about my rights being violated. Yes. On July 2nd of 2011, my wife abducted my sons when I was 40 years old. I got out of jail on Guam one day before my 41st birthday. At 46 years old, I really don't have a lot to worry about. I know that the law is going to get enforced. Now, when you violate my rights, when you kidnapped my sons, when you did not issue protection orders according to the requirements of the law, I know that as a man that is 46 years old, not 20 years old, not 30, I'm in my 40s. Now, there seems to be some sheriffs that think that I'm emailing because I like to email. The truth of the matter is, I'm just as knowledgeable and just as able as every sheriff and police officer in the United States of America. Now, I know those that are in their 50s or maybe even 60s would think that I would not know what the law says, but I've been doing a little study over the last 6 years about what is due process. On July 8th of 2011, you issued a protection order where I was not given notice and opportunity to be heard. And I was reading the instructions from the state of Washington court website on how to fill out a protection. Now, the law requires proper and timely notice before issuing a protection order. You did not do that in 2011. Now, there are some that would say, well, I'm sorry, you're going to have to motion the court. And I would say, no. When the law requires, you will have to remove the protection order. Now, when you don't do what the law requires, you are the ones that have violated the laws of the United States. Now, when you violate the law and the law requires proper and timely notice to the respondent before you have a court hearing, you will have to remove the protection order. Now, I thought I'd just start the day off with what's called crimen falsi, a crime containing the elements of fraud and deceit. It's a Latin term. Now, let's say you issued a protection order that involves fraud and deceit. As a 46-year-old man, that's going to be 47 next month. When you issue protection orders where it's not the actual signature of the petitioner because they're forgeries. When you issue a protection order that involves the deceit of not having the petitioner actually show up in court. When you issue a protection order where you pay people to obstruct my rights and the rights of my family, I, as that adult male man, am going to sue every sheriff that doesn't enforce the law. Now, the dictionary would say a crime that involves fraud and deceit is worse than just forgetting to get proof of service before having a court hearing. Now, I have been going through the chronological history of this case, and it seems that this court has violated my right to due process approximately 16 times before there were court hearings, and 9 times after there were court hearings. And when you issued a protection order that has forgeries on it on July 31st of 2015, there is no doubt in my mind that you will have to remove the protection order. Now, I know it's difficult to believe that a 46-year-old adult man that has 5 sons would be so confused as to not understand the court instructions. But when I have been reading since 4 or 5 years old, since I graduated from college, since I was a stockbroker, commodity trading advisor, and had numerous businesses, it could be that those that are in law enforcement will have to enforce the law. Now, there was another word, okay? Now, when you have what's called a criminal act, a breaking of the law, either a misdemeanor or a felony, a violation of a statute or of the common law. Now, it is actually criminal when you issue a protection order that violates the state of Washington statute. It's criminal.